Yeah, buddy. We in it.
Get out the insurance cards, get out the co-pays. The office is open, my friends. Brought to you by Dr. Roto.
So let's get to it.
Bring the pain!
What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you and Dr. Rhoda this week. Ooh, yeah! It's the Fight Club of Pain. We're finally open. What's up, Dan? How you doing?
I'm doing a little better, man. A little better.
That's good. That's good. That's good. I'm jacked up. I got a little bit of the spooky stuff going on. Ooh, yeah. Might show a little bit of the macho spook. Dig it? Yeah. It's that season.
Spooky season.
Spooky season. So while everybody gets piled in here and we start getting some shares going on and everything going on, of course, it's the Fight Club of Pain. This is what we do. We talk about fight theory. We're going to be talking about UFC Vegas 110 this week. Garcia versus Onama. And don't worry, don't get him confused for Musasa, because Musasa doesn't win us money. Onama has won us money, but we'll talk about that. But man, looking at this card, what was your first thought?
That I'm not going to bother watching it. that was my first instinct.
Yeah, dude, that's hilarious. That's funny, dude. That is funny. I'm going to change my background up just to make it a little dark to kind of go in with the background, make me look spooky a little bit. But, dude, I mean, I'm going to watch it because I want to make sure that I stay fresh on all these fights. I want to know all the fighters coming out and everything like that. Bring the numbers and all that craziness going on. We got a lot of soup cans on this card, but we do have some matches that do mean something. Going to, you could say, the Ketlin Vieira versus Norma Dumont fight. That's a huge. You got a number 3 versus a number 4. So that's a huge fight, or a huge fight for the women's bantamweight division. So, you know, that could go either way. Are you familiar with both of those fighters?
I know them. I watched their last fights, but I couldn't tell you. I couldn't pick them out from the lineup. I'm not gonna lie.
Dan is like the WWE fan of wrestling. If you don't mean something, you don't mean something. you gotta make a splash, or you gotta make someone splash on the ground, and that way Dan will be like, oh, this guy might actually be good. And we'll be talking about one of those fighters. It'll be the first fight that we actually feature today, because I just, like, normally we don't cover somebody making their debut like this. But
yeah.
I just feel like I see something in this dude, and I don't know what I see yet, but I know a lot of people see things in him. So, but we'll get to that part of that. But going back to last week, the eye poke, the infamous eye poke. What was your opinion of that? Do you think everybody's going overboard about, we should change it, automatic point deduction, blah, blah, blah? What is your thoughts?
No, I think the doctor came in. The doctor said he didn't see any real damage. The fighter said he couldn't see. No one knows what happened. Yeah, well, we all know he got poked in the eye, but no one knows if he could see or not but him. So, I mean, there's nothing you could do. Was he giving up? Maybe. Could he see? I don't know.
Yeah. And so that was my thing. I was watching it live, and, like, it happened so fast. But as I explore, like, when I'm throwing a side kick, because normally the point fighting gloves, the way that they are, they're you know, I hold it out like that. When I'm throwing a side kick without the gloves on, I do put my hand out. And I have poked somebody in the eye one time as well too. I mean, probably a little more than one time that I know of, but one time it was pretty bad. He went to his right. Of course, I hit him with my right, my reverse punch, and when he moved, my thumb went right into his eye. It cut him on his nose as well too. So they stopped the match because of the blood. That was one of those matches where literally I had to stop attacking the face because they were going to disqualify me. But so it happens in the moment, and I was in my own zone, so like people couldn't tell me that, and they didn't get a hold, like knocked me out of that zone until a few stoppages, and then finally I like looked over and seen them yelling at me. So it is a very hard thing to judge in the fight, but if you can't see, you're going against some of the world's best fighters, it's probably safe to just call it out. But as your main event, that does kind of leave a sore eye on it, right?
I mean, the thing is, one of the greatest of all time, John Jones, that's what he did to gauge distance. He would stick his hand out and he would put it in your face. And he's poked everyone he fought in the eye. Everybody he's ever fought, he poked him in the eye.
You're right about that. And go on.
So you should not be able to straighten your arm with your fingers out. It should be, I agree, it should be a point deduction.
So at that point, say a fight goes that far, there is a point deduction, but the fighter cannot continue. Do you go to the scorecards then?
I say in a championship fight, if it happens in the third round, yeah, because you got you got 2.5 rounds to judge. But if it happens in the first round, like what scorecard are you going to go to? Or the second round, what scorecard are you going to go to? Whoever won the first round, that's a feel out period.
Yeah. You know what? You raise a great point about that right there, because that right there tells you, like, there's just not enough to really go off of. And even the DFS slates, when you looked at them, you know, and I had 100% exposure to Aspinall. So it's 22 points on DraftKings, it's 10 points on FanDuel, or 22 points on FanDuel, 10 points on DraftKings. Did not help my lineups at all. All of my lineups that were in cash games did score, but my lineups that were in the GPPs were literally 3 points from scoring. So if this fight goes any longer, just goes to the second round, I don't care who wins, there's going to be enough points where I get those points to score the extra cash. Now, that actually set me out a little bit, but that's what happens in a lot of these fights. We've seen this already when we went back to one of the fighters that we will be talking about, to a groin kick that stopped that fight with Reese. And everybody knows I'm talking about Dumas. That fight with Reese, that day, I was 100% exposed to Reese. So it teaches me a lesson that even if I'm making 5, 6, 7 lineups, because that's about what I make per week, 3 per site, that I need to stop, at least do 2 and go back to 1 because of situations like this, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I mean, even this week, this card, it brings no excitement at all. But I mean, last week brought a little bit of excitement. We got to see Mackenzie Dern win a title, right?
Yeah, we did. And shake them booties, baby.
That's
actually a DJ Magic Mike song.
We got to see her win the title. I mean, I think it was a bad decision. I think she kind of lost that fight. But
dude, I will say this, just to throw it in, go on after this. Jandiroba scored 125 points in a loss.
Yeah, she was boxing her face off.
She was slamming the shit out of her, too.
Yeah.
Because on DraftKings, they count a takedown as 5 points. So, like, when Merab had the 20 takedowns, do the math. That's 100 points straight. 100 points straight. And if that's your captain, those points are almost impossible to lose out on because of that. But it's hard when you look at all the fighters on a card to see and predict, well, that guy's going to get 20, because that's just an outlandish number to get. But he got it. But Jandiroba got it. And Dern did enough to sway the judges on that one.
She did enough. I mean, I had it even in the fifth, going into the fifth, but I think Jandiroba won the fifth. So,
yeah, and you know, I feel the same way too. We did pick Jandiroba. We'll go over last week's numbers real quick, of course.
Overall, I picked Mackenzie Dern.
Oh yeah, I know, because you went 2-2, sir, and I went 1-3 because of that. But yes, that's what the kind of the things I was looking at. But it was, you know, in hedging ourselves, I was able to return money on the Kenzie Dern's side. But kind of at this point, it was the middle of the day, Saturday. There was a lot going on. I kind of tapped out, kind of left the house, did some shopping, and kind of had to take care. And then that's when I came back for those fights. But at the same, I mean, I still saw Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Batista. I think I did that. I said that right.
You did. You did.
Yeah. Woo. We learn things here. But even and after having a great week, 2 weeks ago for the parlay of pain 4-1, I went 1-4. Now I did the no distance. Practically the whole thing was no distance. I was just doing something. I wanted to try something. Some weeks I'm gonna be crazy. I'm gonna try something, and I tried it. This week I got it even beat. I got it beat even more. But I'm taking some chances on that one. But 8-4 overall for my picks without the Aspinall fight, because Aspinall was my fight, but it doesn't count. So it was a good card. There was way too many ball kicks. That slowed down so many things. There was a couple funky decisions. Everybody's talking about the Mitch Raposo, that he actually outworked Azat Maxim, and Maxim I think got cut. And then you got, at the same time, you have the huge decision. A lot of people thought Almeida. A lot of people agreed that Almeida lost that fight by having no action on the ground, but that just shows why sometimes being the more active fighter means something. But the biggest thing was Jose Delgado losing to Nathaniel Wood, and one of the guys did you check that out at all?
No, you were texting me about it.
Yeah, so one of the guys brought up, I'm gonna say, I think it was Bet Sam. He said that Nathaniel Wood had 7 decisions before this fight, and Delgado had none. And it seems like that the prodigy Wood, a fighter you have taken against somebody that I picked and thought was going to have a great fight against, he just knows how to do enough work to make the judges think he won that fight. Yeah. But Delgado outstruck him. Delgado pieced him up. But I thought that Delgado thought it became too easy. It was like Delgado was in easy mode. He wasn't gassed. He was in easy mode. And I think when the judges saw that, that's what may have lost that for Delgado, because Wood was active.
Yeah. I was 3-1 last week, not 2-2.
Oh yeah. I'm just whatever. I mean, we don't even count that, but yeah, man, you smashed it out, and you came back, and I'm trying to climb out of the hole that I'm in. But the thing is, overall, like you said last week, and I brought up to you earlier this week, and then brought up on my podcast on Tuesday, that you actually said it, that UFC is practically one of the hardest sports to predict.
Yeah.
Elaborate just a little bit about that.
No matter if you're a beginner or a seasoned vet, if you step in the ring together or the octagon together, one punch can make the difference in a fight.
Yes.
So you don't see that in baseball. You don't see that in hockey, football, basketball. One basket isn't going to make the difference for a whole game. You know, one punch can change a whole fight. Yeah.
And actually, there's a couple of the fighters, actually the main event, both Garcia and Onama have faced that in the past, that adversity in the past, almost being knocked out constantly, and then having a fighter come back and then having battles like the Landwehr Onama battle. Anything can happen in a fight. And just like, so we just saw that the commission denied the match that there was a couple, was the Neil Magny decision they denied that. So that's straight up Magny's win. And even though it looked like he was crazy at the end, it showed that if you tap somebody out and it looks weird and you don't maybe apply that full pressure or act like you're doing it, you get that weird stuff, and then you're the guy that gets choked out later. So it's a lesson, bro.
I mean, and even elaborating more on it, in football, when you're running the ball, someone can't jump on your back and choke you out. You know what I mean? To tackle you. So
Yeah.
I mean, and anything could happen in fights. Anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what happened with the Salkid fight this week. You know, a lot of people didn't believe in him. I like that crazy dude, man. I like Quillen Salkid or Salkid, whatever. I'm off it right now, but I like him. I like him a lot. It was Hackprass versus Salkid,
Oh
and
yeah.
everybody had faith. But dude, he kicked that man. That man slept. He did the Julio, Dan.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was up there. He's like,
Went to sleep.
I love, and as a point fighter, he had his hands up. He had his hands almost like kind of there, but it didn't matter. Didn't matter. Once that strike comes through, to sleep they go.
Yep.
All right. That's some crazy stuff. I'm excited for this week. So we got it. We got everything going down. There was a fight change, of course. We had Alan Nascimento. He gets Cody Durden, and Nascimento is definitely, in my opinion, will win that fight. You could probably take the knockout and sub. I don't think Cody Durden had enough time to actually do that, and I don't trust Cody Durden's chin at this point. It's just one of those fights I'm throwing in real quick. Dan, what do you think about it?
I didn't even look it up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, you don't gotta look it up. You don't gotta say anything. You know who Cody Durden is, though, right?
I'm on the fence, man. I'm on
The soup can. I like. You see, you get me with those crazy questions, and I love bringing that soup. Oh yeah, the spooky soup. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to UFC Fight Night, Vegas 110, Garcia versus Onama. The first fight we got our boy, the newcomer, this badass dude, Dante Jackson versus the convict, ex-convict guy, parolee, whatever you call him, Cedric Dumas. Dan, talk about it.
I'm going to start with Dumas, man. Since he got out of prison, since he's been in the octagon, he's going 3-3-0-1 in his 2 years, man. He does a good job of using his reach and in his fights, and he usually keeps his lead hand extended, gauging his distance. He has power to hurt people, but he's never finished anyone inside the octagon. He's also shown a willingness to fight on the ground and grapple with people if they want to bring it. Johnson, man, the 6-0 prospect, he just got his contract on the Contender Series in August. He has never been out of the first round in any of his professional fights. From what I've seen of him, he likes to walk down his opponents with reckless abandon and whale punches. He absorbs as much punishment as he takes, but he usually does the harder hitting. His competition hasn't been the best, and I truly question his cardio because we've never seen that side of him.
You're completely 100%. He is, as I said to you, this is Mike Tyson. This is the Mike Tyson of the UFC, man. This dude's back is huge. Dude.
Did I break that down good enough, man?
You broke it down good enough, man. I loved it. Dude, that was great. Man. Oh, dude. Like, the way he comes in, like you said, just the reckless abandonment on that. I actually got wild as hell and threw money on that fight with him and that giant. And he made that, and that was heavyweight. He made that boy timber his ass down. He chopped that boy down. And he did it. He went at him and he was just up. It's got to be the back. Is it, Dan? Is it the back?
That's where a lot of your punching power comes from, man.
I think his back, half of his back is the size of Dumas. And no disrespect.
Might be.
Dude, Dumas is a good dude. Outside of the other crazy stuff. Like, he is a well-rounded fighter. He can fight. He's trying to right his wrong.
Yeah, he's trying to turn his life around.
He is. But right now, he is being served up. Let's hit those numbers real quick. The distance no on this is a -850. So they don't think it's going far. And the round prop was under 1.5, and it was like a negative like 300. I was just like, oh, we're not gonna be playing with those things. So that being said, knockout for this fight is a negative 320. I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen in this fight. I've got the knockouts bets all over. Sub is plus 550. I think they're trying to taunt us with the sub. So if you want to get on the Dumas side, if Dan, what he brought up, if Dante Johnson gasses and Dumas survives that first round, Dumas gets him on the ground and is able to do some of his work, then money line no distance for Dumas is a plus 317. Knockout in sub, Dumas does and can sub, but I'm not saying he's going to sub Johnson. It is a plus 370. His first and second round knockout, which I completely love on the Dumas side, is a plus 700. That's where the action is. That's where I go. If he gasses, I think Dumas still has a chance to knock him out. Of course, first and second round knockout for Johnson, negative 150. Knockout and sub for Johnson, negative 260. They think that boy's going to wrap that neck around him and choke that boy out. Money line and no distance is actually modest parlayed together with a negative 272. And I got the round one knockout for Johnson is a plus 120. But here's a little snippet for you. 3rd minute, round one knockout by Johnson is a plus 650. I'm taking the 3rd minute. We're nailing a 3rd minute knockout, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep playing it until we nail it. This is the fight I feel we're going to nail this. If Dumas can last to the 3rd minute of round one. What do you think about those numbers and what this fight tells us?
All the numbers are saying that nobody thinks this fight's going the distance at all.
No, not at all. I don't think this is going to go the distance at all. So who do you got winning, my brother?
All right, I got this going past the first round. I think Dumas has the chin to take Johnson into the deep water. But I do have Johnson squeaking out a decision win.
Woo! So what's really crazy about that is if you get that is a plus 776 on FanDuel right now. I still love you, FanDuel. I still love you, right? That's a crazy number. Because even if you go down and you take the no distance, you're a negative 272, like I said. But that's good. So you're taking this is going to be a test that Dumas is going to show up and show that he can hold his ground against an up-and-coming. And I think you are onto something right there. Because if he can weather that storm and take it the distance and do distance and maybe get him down on the ground, Johnson down on the ground, and be able to outlast him, Vegas likes damage. But that doesn't mean that Dumas can't get that win. And if you do Dumas, distance with money line is a plus 927. That's not bad.
I still got Johnson squeaking out the win by decision.
I know you do. So we're gonna get you right there. Decision. I love it. And that's money. That's money. In this card, there is a few fights that I really want to knock out in, but it's like you just know it's gonna go decision.
Yeah.
You just know that. All right. Let's move along. Let's get to a heavyweight fight. No burgers included. These guys don't have that problem. We're talking about Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Ante Delija. Dan, talk about it.
All right, Delija, man, this is his second fight in the UFC, and he's the former PFL champ. He has a 9-inch reach advantage in this fight, which is absolutely crazy. He uses his lead jab well to set up his power shots. He's aggressive yet measured when he fights. He has a fan-friendly, big man fighting style. He could put your lights out with one punch, and his last win just proved it. Waldo Cortez Acosta, he's 7-2 in the UFC, 5-1 in his last 6, and his only loss was to Pavlovich.
Woo!
He's a technical boxer with a good output for a big man. He has rangy power, and when he does hurt someone, he's quick to follow up with precision to put the fight away. But his stand-up defense is sketchy at best. He absorbs almost 4 strikes per minute, and he gets hit hard. This is the heavyweight division.
Yeah. You bring that Pavlovich not knocking him out when he knocked him multiple times in that.
Yeah.
And that I picked Pavlovich in that. I think
we both
Waldo.
did.
Yeah, we did. But we both love I love WCA. I love Waldo, man. He's just my type of guy. But I really thought he was gonna actually feel the mat. I thought he was gonna get knocked out. And that's the Pavlovich. He took all those blows. And it was like the minute he got cracked, there was this one point, he just knocked him, and Waldo kind of went right in the cage and like stepped back. And then right after that, he wipes his chin like that, and they're back into it. And I'm like,
yeah.
And Pavlovich followed, but he was able to back out of that. So for me, I see this is one of those fights I can see go the distance, but I don't think. I know that Delija can go the distance, but it makes me think that if he does go the distance, this would actually favor Waldo over Delija, then it would. But I still feel that after what he did to Taburin, I feel that he could try to knock out Waldo, but I don't think that he has more power than Pavlovich. Am I wrong?
I think this comes down to both these guys like to stand and bang. I think it comes down to, one, the reach advantage, which is a 9-inch reach advantage.
Yeah.
Can Waldo get inside? Will he use his leg kicks to get inside? And all around, I think Waldo's the better boxer of the two. It's going to be a kickboxing match. These guys aren't going to the ground. Neither of them like to.
Yeah. I agree with that 100.
It depends on if Waldo could get inside. And if he can't, Delija can use his range.
Yeah. And I think that going towards a distance, it seems like that would mean that Delija is most likely going to land more significant strikes because he is an active boxer. He is highly active. And I don't think that WCA is going to be able to outwork him in that department. So if it did go that far, I think it could favor Delija. When we look at the numbers real quick, distance, yes, is a plus 100. Distance, no, is a negative 128. Also, by the way, there is some weird, problems going on with this fight. Some weird, jumpies going on with the parlays. So you're getting a better parlay when you... I'll get to that. So, distance, yes, plus 100. Distant, no, negative 128. Knockout is a plus 110. If you want some action, that's the action you take. I don't think either one of these dudes are going for a sub at all. So that for me right there, just play the knockout. The sub is a plus 700. Under 2.5 rounds is a negative 102. I'm kind of sketchy on that unless you feel the under, and I'll talk about that in a few seconds. So let's roll over to the Delija side. We got knockout in points, negative 110. What I just said about him outworking Waldo is the knock, and being able to, if he was able to knock out Waldo, who hasn't, he's going to be able to get that down. That negative 110 is good. Also, if you feel that he could knock out and it could go the distance, you want your money back, decision no bet, negative 200. Knockout and sub for Delija, just in case, is a plus 165, and knockout in the first and second round for Delija is plus 340. Over on the Costa side, first, second round, knockout plus 500, money line distance, yes, plus 276. No is a plus 300. I don't understand that. That's one of those things I was telling you.
It makes zero sense.
Yeah, it's supposed to go down. The no distance is a negative 128. So like I was saying, this is one of those things when it's parlayed, it's giving you a freaky number. Hey, it's what happens on FanDuel sometimes, and I always seem to find them. Knockout for Waldo is plus 250. Decision no bet plus 154. And I'll get that. Knockout and sub plus 350. Knockout in points is plus 115. I don't know if Delija can knock out Waldo Cortez Acosta, but I feel that Waldo Cortez Acosta can knock out Ante Delija. I feel that he's the younger fighter. He's been in the bigger battles. I mean, Delija had his time off, came back, and then got an overweighted, melted marshmallow Tiburon and just smoked him on the feet. And if he does that, that's why I feel that the knockout hedge is good. You can hedge yourself that way. But I definitely love that knockout plus the 250 on that side. Dan, who do you got winning?
So I think, like I said, it's going to be the battle of the big men standing up.
Yeah.
And truthfully, Waldo has fought better competition in his career. The PFL is the minor leagues. Like I said, there's levels to this game. I think Waldo outpoints him to win by decision, man.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's it. So win by decision, that's the broken simulation right there. You get the plus 114 for Waldo. You get the decision is a plus 100, is the plus 226. You see, that's why I just don't understand. See, that should be the plus 300 and not the plus that. So you get a plus 226 with Waldo, distance, money line. I love it, dude. You know what? I haven't picked a fight for this. You saw that I did not underline this.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna all week, all I could talk about was Delija. I will have Delija in my DFS lineup, but I am going to take Waldo Cortez Acosta. When we both picked Pavlovich against him, and I saw the abuse he took in that fight, and still went the distance.
Yep.
Either one of these fighters can definitely go the distance, and I feel that if what I saw last time leads to that, get you good points for your DFS. I'm picking Waldo Cortez Acosta, but I'm gonna stick with his knockout in points. That's a plus 115. I'm gonna roll it back with knockout for the whole fight because I feel that the Delija is that side. And then if you feel like you want to cover yourself, do the money line in distance, yes, with Delija, or under with Delija if you feel that you want to go that way. But right now, I think we can say safe by just hedging with the knockout at plus 110, taking WCA with the distance at plus 226, taking the money, the knockout and points with that, so that if we get the knockout, we get the double points on the WCA side. If we get the knockout from Delija, all of our bets are already covered on that side, and then that's why I think that fight, it could go either way, but I think if we play it down the middle, we'll make some money on that fight. It was a hard fight, though. I didn't put that fight in the parlay.
Yeah, it was a tough one to pick, man.
I couldn't do that. Man. That was just, nope. Not doing that. All right. We're to that point. It is not only the featured fight of the night, it is also the main event. We got our dude, Steve Garcia, LA, versus David Onama. Dan, defend your fighter.
All right, man. My fighter is Steve Garcia. He is on a 6-fight winning streak, including 5 knockout finishes. He most recently got done beating the brakes off of Calvin Kattar to a decision. He brings high pressure and finishing ability to the featherweight division that is needed in that division. Garcia mixes up attacks using calf kicks and body shots to wear his opponents down. Onama has struggled against volume fighters in the past that bring chaos to the fight. Steve Garcia is a volume fighter that thrives in the chaos. His superior output, movement, and ability to outlast sluggers make this an easy pick.
Woo! All right, man. I can't let the silent assassin David Onama, no Fight Club included. That's what he is. We're talking about the number 13th ranked fighter in the featherweight division. He's on a 4-fight win streak too, right? at the same time, his two losses were decisions to quality opponents. The Nate Landwehr battle, insane. Mason Jones, a man that has won us money, gave him his first loss. Mason Jones is a bad ass, and he is also a high volume fighter. It just like Nate Landwehr, getting at your little point. But from that, of the 2 decision losses, he has 3 decision wins. He has 7 knockouts, 4 subs, and that all stems from that strength, that growing up. Back when he came off of the Kai Guangli refugee settlement, moved to Kansas City to pursue his UFC dreams. David Onama is going to come down the middle. Your boy's a little wild. I like the Garcia style. But when Onama comes down it, he's going to tag him. This fight isn't going over. Someone's hitting the mat. It might be Garcia. It might be Onama. But because we're giving them the cheddar, we're going to always remember them forever.
Nice.
So we'll run through the numbers real quick, and then we'll get into talking about this fight because there is a lot to talk about. You are right about Garcia. He is crazy, crazy good. Distance, no, -750. Knockout, -330. We got to play it, people. Both these dudes really don't care about submitting you other than Onama. Garcia has a good ground game, can submit you, probably won't submit you. He's going to try to knock you out. The wars that I've seen him, bro, Steve Garcia versus Cheppy Mariscal, they was slamming the shit out each other's jaws, knocking each other down, rolling over, slamming each other. They were in fence clinch, knocking each other, slamming still, and rolling and fighting and rolling. I love Steve Garcia because he's just that gritty dude.
He's chaos.
He is chaos. He's chaos defined. And so knockout, -330. Sub, +650. Decision, no bet on the Onama side, +118. Knockout, Onama side, +220. First, second, third round knockout for Onama, 270. Onto the Kadar side, or not Kadar, you on the Garcia side. You made me think about that. Knockout, +105. Knockout in points, -130. I just don't feel this is going the distance, but I don't think he's going to sub. But if it did go the distance, knockout in points on the Garcia side, butter. That way you get covered. Decision, no bet. So here, all these knockout bets are really kind of jacked up, but they did give us some positives, unlike our Dante Johnson fight. The decision, no bet is a -150. That's awesome. If it goes distance, get your money back. And it doesn't, and Garcia gets that win, you get that. So for that, I love that. Over 1.5 rounds at -122. I could see these guys going over 1.5 rounds, and I think that could be good money to make. It's worth a shot. But if this does get a little crazy, and say this goes late, I don't think Garcia is going to slow down, but I think that if he throws too much volume and Onama is able to take this long, the 3rd, 4th, 5th round submission for Onama is a +2,700. It's one of those things I'm looking at. It may be a pathway to victory for Onama late, and that's what I'm going with. So looking at those numbers, hearing that, what do you think?
It sounds like, from what you said, no one really thinks this is going the distance, man. Nobody thinks this is going the distance.
I don't think it is. Do you? Do you
Nope.
think this is going the distance? Who do you got winning?
I think Steve Garcia overwhelms him, keeps him on his back foot. Onama's pretty bad at fighting off of his back foot.
Yeah.
And I think Garcia finishes him 3rd round TKO.
3rd round TKO. I do love that action that we have in that right there. The 3rd round, man, I need to crack me a beer, right? 3rd round knockout for Steve Garcia is a +1,400 for 3rd round. I am putting money on that. That is going to be a play. I love that. I don't know if we get an early finish for this one. It's possible, but that's why I want to cover with the 1, 2, 3. But I'm also willing to come down to the knockout for Onama And the thing is, Garcia is just so raw, but he has lost. He has lost.
Yeah.
So for me, if
Not
I'm
in his
gonna
last 6.
not in his last 6, I like the 2-3-4 action with Onama for the knockout at plus 550 if you want to try to hedge yourself. But I also will say that the 2-3-4 for plus 340 is also a nice middle action too. So that when I went to the total rounds on this fight, because I felt that when I saw some of those lines, I was like, the total round should probably be around 3.5, maybe 2.5. They have the total rounds, like I said, at 1.5. So for me, that's why I feel it's easy. It's almost easy money that negative 122 should be able to hit. It's worth a shot. If you don't feel confident in that, throw a half a unit down. I'm going to throw a half unit down on that because I'm going to try to work that magic and hit that little things. Plus that 1400 right there. That is the sauce of all things. So if we're thinking that the third round is going to be where the action is, we're going to also roll that. We're also going to look at the third round knockout for Onama is plus 1800. So the money is in that third round. Man, this is going to be a banger. I got Steve Garcia.
Nice.
Garcia. I'm going to roll knockout. I'm going to do the first, second, third round knockout. For me, that's going to be my coverage. 130 is definitely easy. I also, of course, like I said earlier, I'm going 2 units on the knockout for itself because the negative 330 only is going to return that 67, practically, 67 cents on the dollar, whatever you want to look at it like. So I've got it. I got all that. This was going to be, I think that these 3 fights that we covered, we don't ever really cover somebody like Dante Johnson.
No.
But I thought that these were 3 fights that deserved to be covered on this show this week.
I agree. I agree with you.
Hey,
you picked the 3 best fights of the week, man. And I think this Onama Garcia fight's going to be fight of the night. So
yeah. I honestly, in as speaking towards a fan like yourself, that really this is probably the only fight that someone like yourself would tune in for, because there's chaos.
I'm not a casual fan. I'm not. I love the sport, and I do watch the sport, and I do my homework because we have this podcast.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not full-fledged into it like you are. I'm not. Yeah. I don't watch tape. I don't pull up old fights. I don't do any of that. I go by what I've seen.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why it's great to have you, and you've been part of this show since the beginning, because you bring that knowledge, you bring that expertise, you bring what you've seen over the years. Whereas, like I said, all this entire time we've been doing this is I have to literally watch the last 10 years of the UFC through all these videos. And it's so hard, especially right now during football season, because we have so much going on at Dr. Roto with all, the articles. I have an article to write after this when I get done. I mean, I've got the 5-tastic picks that'll be out. But of course, I've got that other article. I got to do the top defenses. So that's the number one priority while we get to watch some football. But dude, it's been a hell of a run. It's been fun. And that is the commitment that we have to this show. The expertise that we bring, that we hope that this fight theory helps people nail those finishes that like that plus 1400 that is able to bring you more than, say, a double up, or you throw $10 down and you only win 100. You throw $10 down on that, you're going to win 140, right? We're not trying to win $8, which is fine. You can build your bankroll, but when you're able to take a shot, maybe throw down 3 or 4 units on that plus 1400, and if that hits, that's when you hedge yourself with that 1, 2, 3. And if it happens earlier, you get your money back. You're already sitting good, and you got a chance. You got your money invested in something that if it does happen, it just blows out the water, man. That's what it's all about, man. I love it. Love it. All right, brother, man. I know there ain't nothing else you really want to talk about on that card, unless you thought maybe you had a unique finish you had thought about one of these 3 fights.
One of these 3 fights.
Yeah. What's the craziest thing you can think of?
I mean, I can see Johnson winning by first round knockout.
Yeah.
I can see it happening.
That's the plus 120. And and it sucks that they FanDuel has definitely caught on, and we're feeling that in the NFL side too. That I feel that, and I've said this a few times before, that the UFC this year has really made the sport books pull back because of how and that's now bled into the other sports. And so they're using that same technique so it won't make a lot of money for us. And that's why being able to take these shots is worth it. So let's get actually crazy with that fight. Let's go down. You're saying first round knockout. I gave third minute round knockout. I know second minute round knockout is a plus 650 as well too. But if we do Johnson winning minute in the first round of any round is plus 600. That's a nice little thing. Throw a half unit on it. You might get lucky. And if you get the Johnson first minute of round 1 is plus 800. If you feel he's going to come out and just slug the shit out of Dumas, and that's not going to last longer than 60 seconds, I think that plus 800. I think that plus 600. I think the knockout bet, the knockout third round bet, bam, if you miss those other bets, you still have the third round knockout, and then you also have the overall knockout at negative 320. I think that's a whole cover. That's a whole cover.
I mean, that's what he's known to do, though. He's known to come out and just beat people up in the first round. So
might as well just play every minute of the first round.
Every minute of the first round.
You got fourth minute's 500, third minute's 650, like in the fifth minute's even 650. So it could be one of those things where at some point, but I think it happens early. I just think when those hands, it's been too much. It's been too much and too long for Dumas that he's felt power like this. And I bring that up with Johnson because like yourself, compared to me, you have a wider back. You're just stronger because you're a boxer. And Johnson throws kicks too. He throws kicks, body kicks. So he's going to try to take that. He's going to try to work on that. And with Dumas, I think that the only thing he brings to that is trying to get him down, although he can use the head kick. And you know, he is short. But hey, what's up, Fuego Steve? It's good to see you, brother. Go win some NBA money tonight. NBA money. So, speaking of other sports, let's get to the NFL. This is for tonight's Thursday night game for the Ravens versus the Miami Dolphins.
Let's go, Fins.
Steve's.
Let's
Steve's
go,
a
Fins.
Ravens fan.
Let's go, Fins.
Oh, shots fired in the Dr. Rotos.
I'm a Steeler fan, man. Let's go, Fins.
Yeah, he is. That's why you got the black shirt, because of the black and the gold. Now I got the blue and the gold because of the Rams. Look at us.
It matches the Steeler hat nice.
Woo-wee. Man, you guys play soon. I can't wait to see that game. You guys are going to. Here goes Steve over here. Look at this. It's funny to see him coming in. He must have a break from the NBA for the second. What is it? Oh, it's before the 8 o'clock thing. Going to be close division. Be
close division. If Mike Tomlin knew how to coach, it wouldn't be.
Oh, dude. Yeah, if he would just stop with this 4 tight end nonsense. Like,
it's not even the offense. We're scoring enough points. It's the defense. Stop running that Tampa 2 2004 offense or defense. Stop running that same defense from 2004.
Getting Kyle Duggar was a great addition with the loss of Elliott right now. Duggar is a solid guy. I know he's not like the problem solved, but I've researched and I've recommended it. I've followed Kyle Duggar for some time. He's been a player I've targeted and seemed and used. So he is a good player. He's popped up on my stats and my simulators a lot over the last 3-4 years at Dr. Roto.
He's probably going to be on the practice squad the rest of the year. I mean, we only start for some reason. We love Chuck Clark.
Chuck Clark. Well, he is good. He is good. He came from the Ravens.
Is he good? Did you see him last week?
Ravens, that's his problem. He can't cover. So what I feel is you guys need to do this. And I know that it's not going to happen. I feel that Slay needs to be moved to safety.
I think Slay needs to be moved to the bench.
I'm trying to be modest because he is a decent tackler, but he just isn't the
Whoa,
Darius Slay.
whoa, he's a decent tackler?
That's a D. That's not a C or a B, Dan. That's a D. That's a D for tackling.
Yeah, he's terrible. Did you see him just miss every
Yeah.
tackle he tried to make last week?
I did.
Just diving at ankle. He was diving at air.
So that's the problem is we thought that he was going to be a great fill, and he's not. So for me, I think that Joey Porter Jr. being in the nickel, and he has been bummish, I don't think he can handle those fast, quick underneath guys. I think you guys need to move Porter back out. I think he needs to move back out, take over. That's why I'm trying to get Slay out of there. Because I'd rather have Porter in there getting burnt or whatever, at least trying over what the hell Slay's doing.
I'd rather have Ramsey and Porter on the outside and Eccles on the inside.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying right there.
Keep Slay on the bench.
And I think that I want to say that your Patrick Queen, a lot of teams are starting to go again away from Patrick Queen, and Patrick Queen is not a cover linebacker. You guys are kind of what's up?
Every time Patrick Queen's on the field, the coverage in the middle is awful. He points people in the wrong direction. He wears the green dot and he points everyone in the wrong direction.
Because he's trying to make those tackles himself, and then the play goes where everybody goes, and he doesn't get to tackle. He's had some poor tackles over the last couple weeks. I'm so frustrated with this defense. I love your front line, but you're not getting to the quarterback, and the quarterbacks are releasing fast. So in the linebackers,
has TJ Watt played at all this year?
I have not seen. I was pretty pissed he didn't hit that parlay. I had a really nice with him and Hendricks.
Yeah,
I don't think. Come on, man.
I don't think he played at all this year. What, he has 4 sacks in 8 games?
He'll amp it up. He's gonna amp it up. Maybe he's just.
I said that at the end of last year too. I was like, oh, he'll get it. He'll amp it up, and he ended up with 0 tackles in the last 6 games.
And that really hurt my fantasy teams. It sucks when you have to take like a player like TJ Watt or like what happened with Aaron Donald in his last 2 years, getting triple teamed off of that and just seeing teams run away with that. What do we got? Flowers at captain, Henry Waddle. Let's go. We got 12 minutes. We got 12 minutes. That game starts at 8:16. It locks at 8:16. Here goes my lineup. Captain, Andrews, Jackson, Henry, A-Chain, Tanner Connor, just for the people who don't know who that man is, he's the tight end for the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, he's really cheap too. Mind you, I'll take his 3 points. And Tyler Loop. I think Baltimore is going to be too much for them. Roquan Smith, I went and picked him up. I went and picked up the Baltimore Ravens defense. The Dolphins got lucky. They went in. Okay, I won't say the Dolphins got lucky. The Dolphins played a crappy Atlanta Falcons team with a rusty old Kirk Cousins who didn't like that and got beat down by a crappy team that should have got ran over by Bijan Robinson, making me look like a chump for even putting him in my lineup last week. At least he wasn't the macho pick of the week. Derrick Henry is. I said on my show last week, Derrick Henry is going to have a total of 3 touchdowns between these 2 games. Derrick Henry scores tonight. Lamar Jackson blew up the Dolphins for 5 touchdowns. And Lamar Jackson is going to score a touchdown tonight. I have Henry and Lamar Jackson parlayed together as both touchdowns because they didn't start Lamar Jackson on Sunday because they knew they were going to win, just like I said the Ravens were going to win. And they saved him for tonight so that they can save Henry, get Henry 10 days off to their next game. And that is going to be your DFS play of the week. What do you think about that, Dan? You hate the Ravens, though. Right?
Dude, I'm a Steelers fan. I absolutely hate the Ravens. I hate everything about them.
All right.
I hate their Kellers. I hate their coach.
He said, I don't even care if it's Halloween. I don't care. All right. So let's give a DraftKings Showdown slate lineup. This is from DFS Hero. So shout out to DFS Hero. Get over there, use code word DOC, get 20% off. Also, if you're part of Dr. Roto, head over to drroto.com right now. Use the code word Trevor. If that's still active, you get 20% off. If not, use code word WIN, and you will get a percentage off of your subscription. I mean, Trevor winning that 100K was crazy. We got shows. We had the first look last night. We got more tomorrow. Dr. Roto will be live with Willie and Swami for Friday Night Lights. And, of course, me and Steve will be live on Saturday doing the Ultra Contrarian show. But let's get this build right here. And then we're going to get to the DFS lineup, and we're going to get you that. So the build is Achane, captain, Alec Ingold. I think the simulators went drunk. Alec Ingold? That's like the guy in my Dynasty League that's at the top of, because there's no running backs that are worth it. Alec Ingold. Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Malik Washington, and Mark Andrews. I said it's drunk. All right, Steve, what do you think about that? You think it's I think it's drunk on.
Gotta respect the rivalry. I love the Steelers coach. Well, you're the only one that loves the Steelers coach. You know why you love him? Because he doesn't know how to game plan against Henry and Jackson. That's why you love him, because he doesn't change the defense, and you guys know what play he's calling.
Got you. Oh, if you need a repeat on that, it's captain is Andrews, Jackson, Henry, Achane, Connor, Tyler Loop, and then the other one was captain was Achane, Ingold. What's he got here? And then, of course, Malik Washington, Jackson, and whatever else I said. I pulled it up because I got the DFS Hero simulated for this week's UFC Vegas 110. This is the DFS simulated lineup at DFS Hero. We got Delesia. Love it. Actually, the simulator is in tune with my lineup. So I agree with this lineup 100%. We got Elikana. We got Lee. Love Chungo Lee as you know, your cheap guy. Deontay Johnson. Woo-wee. It picks Wells. It picked Wells. Now, Wells is fighting, what we got here? Wells is fighting Themba Gorimbo, which I feel that fight, if it takes place on the ground, and it's probably going to take place on the ground, could go the distance. I don't trust that, but it also has Steve Garcia. The Wells pick is the only pick that I don't like, and actually you can switch off of the Wells, and you can go up to Ketlin Vieira. I know that a lot of people don't like that, but for DFS-wise, I'd rather have Ketlin Vieira in there. I like that lineup. Man, that's some wins. Let's get to my DFS lineup. Did you make a lineup, Dan?
I did not. I didn't even. I was sick all week. I was sick all week, bro.
So my DFS lineup on DraftKings is Delesia, Vieira, Garcia, Johnson, Lee, Nascimento. I went Nascimento because I had the extra money to go up. There is $100 left on that. Nascimento getting Cody Durden on short notice, literally like 1 day ago notice, 2 days ago maybe notice. Just tells disaster for Cody Durden. As I brought up earlier, you now see how the Fight Club of Pain comes full circle with that, man.
Cody Durden. It's a bum.
He is. That's why Nascimento. I love my lineup. It's so cool. And so do you want to make a lineup, or you don't care about this card to make a lineup?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good this week, man.
Yeah,
Smash the like button, gentlemen. I agree. Half the battle official.
Yes. Thank you for coming through and hitting that, man. Like, follow, share, both Bring the Pain and Dr. Roto. Let's get us over 1,000 people. We're doing this. This is just something we love to do. We're trying to mix in the football and the UFC. You got your plays. You got your stuff. If we're live, ask questions. Ask questions about the card. We want that. We want so many of these things, but it's great to see you come in half the battle official. It's great. So welcome to the Fight Club of Pain. Oh, yeah. We always do some crazy stuff up in here, bro. We love finishes. That's what we try to find. So welcome. And Steve, I got to say, remember that trip. This guy's dude.
I do remember that trip. Bum ass Tomlin standing out there trying to trip people.
Oh man, love it. All right,
but
let's get
what do we got next week? We got another garbage card next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check that. I'm gonna pull that up, and I'm gonna give out the parlay of pain.
Bro,
Ooh, no, last week you had a crappy picks. You got a little drunk and tipsy, with the no distance. Then you got punked. Ooh, yeah. This week you better show the balls, because if not, I'll kick him. Yeah.
First, we got Allen Carr, money line, -230. We're going to roll that Johnson knockout, -150. That brings up the parlay of pain on a 2-leg to a +139. We're going to go the Bulgarian fight, no distance. Sorry, Macho, you can kick all you want, but I wear a cup. No distance, -215, brings the parlay of pain up to a +250. Let's go. Charles Chuck Radke. First and second round knockout, +320. We're making it happen, people. +1371. Woo! Now the fifth and final leg of the parlay of pain. Garcia, decision, no bet, -150. I talked about it. I want it. I want all pieces of it. Brings the parlay of pain up to a +2352. If you want to get crazy, say screw it. I don't like you, Steve Garcia. I'm taking Onama. Decision, no bet, is a +118. And if you go that for your fifth leg, you get a +3107. 5-leg parlay. You round robin that boy. We get 4-1. We go 5-0. We're going to make sure you're our rich friend. Yeah. Woo. Look at this. So pretty pretended it was an accident. Dude, you must have been real salty about that trip by Tomlin. I can only imagine what happened in your mind that day, Steve. Damn,
dude, that was like in what, 2009, 2008? I mean, come on, man, get over it. It happened.
You know what happened? He had the defense on that, and they didn't score the touchdown.
And that was John Jones's brother returning the ball, man.
Yeah, it was Jacoby. He passed, didn't he?
Yeah,
Jacoby
both his brothers passed away.
All right, so we're gonna give out a rest in peace to Jacoby. He was an amazing returner. Actually, my buddy Justin, who is a Ravens fan, has a Jacoby Jones jersey. Loved him. Always loved those kick returns.
He was a Steeler for 4 games.
Yeah, he was.
He was a Steeler for 4 games.
I can't hate the guy. You know, I mean, who would hate a guy? He was just a football player, right? He said, "Oh, gee, this guy out here."
I'm not salty. We got you last year. You've got us for the last 4 years. You won the division, what, 3 out of the last 4 years?
Right? I thought you guys gave that up. You guys had a classic avalanche the last few years.
No, we had a Tomlin. We had a Tomlin happen.
You had a Tomlin.
We had a Tomlin meltdown. He does not know how to coach anymore. He's a bum.
Dude, yeah, where's the guy that used to look like Tomlin and used to always used to like make those memes with him? We need that guy back in our life. You know,
look,
it's just like
can we talk about the card we have in 2 weeks?
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that. Go ahead, bro.
322. 322.
I know you want.
That is the best card we have gotten in 3 years. Hands down, that main card.
That's worth $80, not the shit that happened last weekend.
Even
though that happened.
Yeah, JDM and Makachev. Woo! Valentina Shevchenko versus Weili Zhang. Sean Brady and Morales. Bum-ass Bo Nickel versus Ferreira. And Leon Edwards versus Prates. As a main card.
Dude, that fight is so the Fight Club of Pain will be doing all those fights. Unless Dan just really doesn't want to deal with Bo Nickel problems again. I won't probably be picking.
Who's on? Dude, on the prelims, we got Benoit Saint Denis versus Beneil Dariush.
Yeah! That's insane. That match is going to be crazy good.
Blanchfield versus Cortez.
You got Kaipelov versus Rodriguez.
Yeah, and Wellmaker versus Haddon, man. The whole card, the early prelims. We got Dukakis and Mershot going at it.
I'm surprised Mershot came back.
Angela Hill and Klein.
And even McConaughey versus Irvin. Like
the whole card is stacked top to bottom.
The whole card, dude. This is going to be the first time, other than tape, that I've seen Islam Makhachev. Of course, I've already seen Jack Della Maddalena. This fight is going to be crazy. This is actually a real test for JDM. Because
it's a real test for Islam, too. Islam never fought somebody this big.
Yeah, and people just... And so Dan's bold statement there is true because JDM is a dream killer. JDM can bang and defend the takedowns. JDM can get dirty if he needs to. JDM can get up. He did attempt finishes in his last fight as well, too, to win that belt. He was active.
And he got hands of stone.
That is 100% correct. The thing is with this, if Makhachev can get him on the ground and do what he does, there is a pathway for Makhachev. There is a reason why he was the number one overall pound-for-pound fighter for a long time until Topuria took that over.
I'm not even counting
you love Dvalishvili.
I'm not even counting Ilya Topuria. Islam Makhachev and Dvalishvili are the two best fighters in the UFC.
I will not disagree with that. At all in any way, shape, or form. And in this super fight with Shevchenko and Wheelie, it's just going to be, that fight is just going to, it's probably going to just be on the mats. Both those girls love to go.
Bro, they're the same size, same age, and the only difference is Shevchenko got a 3-inch reach advantage. That's the only difference.
And Wheelie is going for her third title in a division. This is like monumental.
No, she's moving up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's moving up because she already won the belt. She won 2 belts in the other divisions.
No, she only won one. She won the belt twice.
Yeah. All right. So that's what I'm thinking of. Sorry, people. Sometimes my mind gets a little crazy. I did take a lot of punches to the face last night.
Yeah. She won the punches, but she's going for a second division.
Yeah. Okay. I, for some reason, was because that second win of the belt, I was thinking about that was being the division, but I was totally wrong with that. So sorry, people. I will say, I think I'm going to give you a 2-week preview. Michael Morales smokes Sean Brady. Smokes him.
I don't see it happening.
I know you don't. I like Sean Brady too, but I'm telling you, man, Morales. I put that was the one night I put the house on. I put all my DFS winnings that night on Morales. He won me so much money that night.
I don't see that happening.
I love it, but the one that's really going to tear at me is Leon. I mean, what do you got to say about that?
What, Leon Edwards and Prate?
No, I did you have something to say about Brady Morales?
No, I can't wait for that fight. It's going to be crazy, and Bo Nickel has no right to be on the main card.
Yeah, they should have flipped him with Darush versus Saint Denis.
He should be on. He should be on the early prelims. Early prelims.
The early prelims.
Yeah, he should be on. He should be a pre-show fighter. That dude is a bum.
So I love Leon Edwards, and I love Carlos Prates. We all know that. We know I'm a fighting nerd. This is a very hard fight for me because I love both of these guys, and I think both of them are great boxers. And I think that the fighting nerds might take a loss on this one. I think that fight probably goes the distance, and I think that Leon Edwards outboxes Prates. So that's kind of, we're going to do more digging into this fight, of course, when we get to our Fight Club of Pain for UFC 322 in 2 weeks. But man, dude, that fight, that's one of the, I know that we have so many fights on this card that could be fight of the night, but I think that's a finalist. That if you go top 3, I'm going to go Leon Edwards, Prates, Sean Brady, Morales, and I'm going to actually, man,
JDM and Makachev.
Yeah.
It has to be up there.
You think?
But you can't. You got to give it to the ladies too, man.
Yes.
Shevchenko is one of the greatest fighters of all time, male or female.
Yeah, dude. I can't wait to fully break that card down. Give everybody the bets, the parlays, and the parlay of pain, and the DFS plays that they deserve for that massive card. Everybody has a chance to win practically on that card. The card is completely wide open. Madison Square Garden, the history, the nostalgia, the say your prayers and take your vitamins of Hogan's, all of the blood, sweat, and tears of that building that has been. This is
and
going
then
to be.
Did you see the card after it?
Well, yeah. After that, you get the
Arsuki and Hooker, Muhammad
Yes.
versus Gary, and Volkon versus Alonzo Menenfield as the top three fights.
I mean, it even you got Spivak fighting in that one for the heavyweights, and then you got Albameyev back. Like he's really trying to work his way up, and I mean, even the underground is,
Bro, we got to get through next week, and we got great cards all the way through the end of the year.
I will say, you did talk a little bit. I don't mind. I'm gonna say I'm definitely gonna take Gabriel Bronfim. He's one of the fighters that I've been following all year. I really like that, but the rest of it under there just really doesn't really fit me. Like Ismail Bonifim versus Chris Padilla. That's like, all right, Ricky Simon and Ronnie Barcelos. I do like Barcelos in that. Kirschley Leroy Duncan with Marco Tullio. We get Hyder Ramil back against Jamal Emmers. There's so much. There is some nice pieces. We'll be able to have a lot. I think overall the fights will be better to pick next week than they were this week. Because none of these fights, like you said, really did anything for you. But at least next week, we have a couple more that can do what we got, man.
And, dude, and December 13th, your boy Cape's back.
Yeah. If he even makes it, because, Royval Cape, look, I love him, but Royval is going to box the hell out of him. Cape's going to have to jump on him if he makes himself for that fight. That's going to be a great card too. The only three fights, of course, Yasmin Luciendo versus Jillian Robertson. Most likely I'm going to pick Luciendo on that one, but man, that card is great. And
like I said, after next week, man, we got stacked cards coming.
Yeah, I mean, Dvalishvili versus Peter Yan. I mean, that fight, and then Pantoja, Joshua Van, definitely War, Blachowicz, Guskov, and then you have Moreno versus Tyara.
Yeah.
Like,
crazy.
You got Cejudo's back with Peyton Talbot. You got Vittori coming, Bruna Fiara. I mean, we got Barboza versus Jalen Turner. There's
just crazy fights coming. Crazy fights. We got to get through this week and next week of just cornball fights, and then we're in the clear.
That's it, brother, man. All right, man. I think the show went great. I hope everybody follows us. Like, follow, share, comment, talk about us. Go to Bring the Pain at TeePublic and buy yourself a Fight Club of Pain shirt. Let them know you support us, that you want to win money. We are the small people trying to climb the big mountain, and we're at the top screaming some of the best bets in the industry. We try, you win, we love the way you all do. Dan, thank you for coming on another edition of Bring the Pain, brother.
Anytime, bro.
All right, man. Have a great day, and always remember to bring the pain. Ooh, yeah.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. Until the next visit, be well and take care.